Drake is one of those guys that makes the music that, but he's a hybrid because he's a hip hop artist at the same time. He's, so he can deliver both the. I think when they recognize you as a hip hop talent, you can bridge to other things. But when you are R&B, you're R&B.
50 Cent, a name often linked with controversy, irreverence, and feuds in the hip-hop scene, has maintained a polarizing presence since his meteoric rise to fame in the early 2000s. Loved by many and criticized by others, he remains a divisive figure in the music industry. In his latest public display, 50 Cent has set his sights on none other than Drake, one of today's most prominent stars in the industry.
Media sold Feud. Diddy recently did an interview with Hot 97 with Ebro, and he kind of started talking about the Kendrick Lamar battle as well as his thoughts with the J. Cole thing. So first off,
you think you watched the battle between them? You was paying attention?
Yeah.
Was it entertaining for you as a rap fan?
It was good for the culture, though. Both of them produced materials to understand it faster. At first, I had Kendrick not even in it because it was like boom, boom, he hit 2-3 times. And I ain't seen nothing coming from Kendrick, and then it's like Kendrick was making a CD instead of a response.
Kendrick is always going to be a media dog. And I told him, I said, because he has the ability to make you believe he had no idea what's going to happen. Like, I look at him and I go, nah, you can't do that to me.
Right, I know.
You knew it. You was working.
Right.
You worked on it and it paid off. Don't act like you didn't know it was gonna happen. He's like, cause he'll be like, wow. Like that energy's there.
Did you think Kendrick had it in him to go as hard as he did?
Look, when they started going, that they like us, I don't have to tell you how territorial West Coast people are.
Yeah, it's not just
in
artists.
general, just the people in general. So when it gets to the West Coast side, and they not like us, they going to get together. Like, you put them on the stage together, that was all done properly.
Yeah,
that was, yes. And they're different artists.
So among all of that, whether you agree or disagree, he also led into the whole J. Cole situation. He felt that the J. Cole situation kind of hurt him a little bit. He was expecting some competition, some pushback from Cole.
What about J. Cole, man?
50 Cent's comments have ignited a buzz across social media as he mocked Drake and boldly predicted the Toronto-born rapper's future. According to 50, Drake is destined to follow a similar path as Diddy, transitioning into a business mogul and influential figurehead. However, he suggested that much like Diddy, Drake's musical legacy may eventually take a backseat to his ventures outside the music world.
What happened with J. Cole? So how about that? I'm just saying to you, the culture, the competitive nature.
So do you think that someone could be, we defended J. Cole because frankly it wasn't in him to do it. He made the decision.
And he took ownership. He didn't work for it. He took ownership of it. He was like, yo, he said I made a whack move. He even apologized and he did that. Now the only problem I have was recently he just put out a song, I don't know if you heard it, called Port Antonio, where he said, I would have won the battle, but I would have lost the brother. And we was like,
yeah, we didn't agree with that. That wasn't a great move.
You can't come out and say,
but do you think you're disqualified? Is he disqualified from being in the greats conversation?
Wait a minute. You just said feelings were valid. You just said his feelings were valid.
They are.
And this is why when he stopped, because he felt like he could lose his brother. But he would have won the battle. And we did think, I was looking for Jay. Like, I'm like, oh, let me see what he's going to do. And that.
J. Cole's nice.
Yes.
Deadly.
Yes. And then when, oh, no. Why did you do that? I wasn't told you. Don't do that. No.
You think it hurts him?
Yes.
Now he carried on a little bit, talking about his Las Vegas residency and all of that. Nobody cares about that. So, do you guys agree with what he said about J. Cole, or what he said about Kendrick and or Drake dealing with the battle in the current state of things? Put your comments below. Next time about it. This is Marcus at Work Media, and I'm out.
This latest incident has once again thrust their rivalry into the spotlight. Fans from both camps have long compared the two, eagerly fueling the debate over their legacies. On one side is 50 Cent, whose influence on the rap game during the early 2000s was undeniable, leaving an indelible mark on the genre.
You know, I kind of wanted to touch on some old school stuff that I seen you talk about before, man.
Do it, bro.
You know, I had seen that, you know, you kind of knew 50 Cent before he blew up.
Yeah.
What was that like?
50 was the type of dude that kept like a little, he kept like a little pad with him. He wrote everything down. You understand? Me and him caught the plane, we was going to Vegas. And I gave him my card. My business card was savoir-faire, security, management, and everywhere. You know what I mean? So 50 did a song about that. You know what I'm saying? And he put that in the song. And some years, about a year or so ago, not even a year or so ago, he said that when he dropped my name, he said, yo, I got the savoir-faire, I got that from Big Gene. We've been trying to tell y'all about this puff shit years ago. But 50 was the type of dude that if you knew he was with you, he was with you. Even back then, he had your back whether you was security or whatever you did. If he was with you, he was with you. And that's what you gotta love about him. You know what I mean? You ain't gotta question his loyalty, you know what I'm saying, on some fight shit or if you in a situation. Because he going out.
Well, I guess you were hanging around him or knew him, right before he got shot.
Well, what happened was is that I had got some information. 50 came to my house. I tried to fit him on a vest, but I'm like, at the time I was like a 3X. And 50 was like a large. You know what I'm saying? So he couldn't really fit the vest. But I gave him a cover to try to tell him, because he had some pads, some vest pads. So I just told him what the situation was that I knew. And told him he had to watch himself because those cats were gonna come at him. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, yeah. And he was supposed to be going to Cancun. And I told him, if you come to Cancun, I got you. Because I used to be down there doing security at Daddy-O's. You understand? And I had people down there that I knew that was from Puerto Rico. And they was working down there. So they should make sure when I hit the island, anything and everything I needed, I could get it right there on the island. You understand? They work directly with the syndicate. So 50 was supposed to come down there to do
his debut album, Get Rich or Die Tryin', and its follow-up, The Massacre, cemented 50 Cent's status as one of the most successful and influential rappers of his time. Renowned for his gritty lyrics, street credibility, and infectious hooks, he became a dominant force in hip-hop, shaping the sound and culture of an entire era.
First place. But he was supposed to, because he was paid half the money to come down there to perform How to Rob an Industry Kid.
And when was the next time you seen him after that?
The next time I seen 50 after that was at Jack the Rapper. He had blew up. Man. He was like, he was this dude and everything like that. And I was sitting in we was in Puerto Rico. I was sitting by myself, just chilling. And he had his whole entourage with him. He came directly over to me. Yo, Gene. I was like, yo, what up, Fifth? I said, what up, 50? He said, what's up, man? He said, yo, put his hand out to me and grabbed my hand and said, yo, they can't stop what God got for him. Went on about his business. And then he blew up crazy.
Crazy. How do you feel about 50 going so hard at Diddy with the documentaries and, what did he do to 50 that made him hate him so much, man? That's crazy.
Well, I think it's just, you gotta look at it like this. 50 was writing a lot of shit that made a lot of money for Diddy. And he knew back then in the day, he didn't know what he know now, but Diddy was robbing him. You understand?
bringing those kids in and say, yo, here, write this verse for me, man, for this, like that, and giving them $5,000, you understand, or $10,000, and you making $100,000 or $200,000 or maybe $2 million off of it, or $1 million, whatever the case may be. See, people call that good business. That's not good business. That's taking a person's talent, using it for your own self-indulgence, and not giving him what it's worth. When you could have been teaching these kids, you could have been helping these kids, and maybe these kids would have been helping you at the point you are right now. So, if that's the case, he have every right. But 50 is doing this for the culture. You understand? If it's going to be told, he's going to have it, and it's going to be told the right.
Yeah, man. Yeah, 50, he go hard on Diddy, man. It's constant on his Instagram. It's kind of, it's pretty entertaining to see him be so passionate about his hate for Diddy.
Listen, how many of your enemies you love?
On the other hand, Drake embodies the new generation of artists seamlessly blending rap, R&B, and pop into a genre-defying sound. Over a career spanning more than a decade, he has continuously reinvented himself, dominating the charts and redefining what it means to be a global music icon.
I know, but as soon as I see you, I feel like we're supposed to fight.
Why?
Because he ruined.
He knows he's responsible.
No, he's ruined hip hop culture.
responsible.
Because New York City culture music is damaged because of him specifically. He was the problem. He was supposed to play the records every time.
But it's a new era, right? We got, like you said, A Boogie, 401, Cash Cobain. Musically,
those are the people I mentioned. Who do you know?
Who do I know?
The young guys. The young guys.
Lola Brooke.
Okay, Lola.
We love
Coyle Ray. Coyle Ray Jersey.
Tierra
Whack. Well, that's Philly. He wants New York
he wants
specific.
New York. Okay.
Who else do I love out of here?
Go ahead.
Just give me one more.
I want to make sure I say a name that I actually, you know what I'm saying? Somebody I actually fuck with. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to just.
What about Chef G?
Oh, I love Chef G. Chef G, Sleepy Hollow.
Sleepy Hollow.
They don't love us too much.
No.
Because y'all don't play the records. Y'all don't play the records. And it's lit.
That's not why.
And it's lit.
That's not why. That's not why. Because if you want to get into it, it's because Chef G and Sleepy Hollow got used by Donald Trump up in the Bronx.
Wow, let's not bring politics into our culture.
Too late.
We don't want politics here. So, as soon as you start to do that, right? You start to look with anybody else.
Divisive.
Yeah, but anybody else bring him at this point?
Bring who?
Yes.
What do you mean bring?
The connection is they both have RICO charges.
Yeah.
So we know that.
Right,
and that's why
there's nobody else that's going to bring them to that platform. And it's big for them to be there. Don't escape that. Like, even if you...
No, but we talked about it.
I don't understand exactly why they're doing it.
They was working their angles to... But listen, when you're talking about artists getting proximity to a politician, someone like Trump, there absolutely is something in it for both of them.
Yes.
Right? Trump's using it to ingratiate himself to the audience.
Explain about it. There's gun charges.
There you go.
Ask Kodak Black.
Yeah.
He's free.
Right. And so people like that. And most people from where they come from can't get that close to a politician.
Right. Now that's why.
We understand that, but then they try to blame Rosenberg that they got yanked from Summer Jam,
which is not true.
And they
ran with it to a good story, but it was not true.
Oh man, what happened to Summer Jam?
Good old days, right?
Yeah, the Summer Jam was.
Yo, you coming back this year?
No, because I'm paying.
The vast differences in their musical styles and trajectories, the two have found themselves on opposite sides of a rivalry that has been fueled by 50 Cent's penchant for taking shots at those he deems worthy of ridicule. His feud with Drake can be traced back to multiple incidents over the years, whether it was comments made about their different approaches to music or subtle jabs and interviews. However, the tensions seemed to escalate recently when 50 Cent mocked Drake and made his controversial remark about him ending up like Diddy.
Apparently, I was banned for a little while.
After the
so leave me banned, ladies and gentlemen. Leave me banned. I'm fine where I'm at now. I'm fine where I'm at. Don't unban me because no one's there to get. What's Jay's coming to Summer Jam?
I'm sorry?
When's Jay-Z coming to Summer
Jay-Z
Jam?
coming back?
It's been a long time.
When's Jay-Z coming back anyway? We waiting for him to come a lot of places. I want him to come on the show.
No
Jay-Z-
brunch, no lunch, no dinner. It's hot out here, man. It's hot out here. You gonna see
So,
him
Fifth,
nowhere.
real question. How much of what we see when you trolling people on Instagram is real dislike, and how much of it is just
can't help
fun,
yourself.
having fun because you like trolling?
I'm preconditioned from behaviors that you guys have exercised in front of me. I've watched you.
It's all our fault.
It is. It's, I'm doing my version of Ebro on my Instagram. That's it. It's just not politics. It's a little more.
It's a little bit more.
A little more cultural, honed in. But you look. I'm not. I look at it as really personal. To me, just having fun. And I see things and I go, oh my God. They usually respond to things that make you uncomfortable. They like it when it makes the artist uncomfortable because they don't feel like you're bearing the same pressures they're bearing. So you ain't worried about the light. You ain't worried about certain things that people, their personal pressures. So they look at it when they see you compromise, they kind of enjoy it a little.
Do you going all the way? Because I've been, I'm a pocket watcher, so I've been watching niggas for a long time.
There's a lot.
It's actually fun and it's inspiring.
No, and we're proud of you too. We're proud of you too. Even though I know you owe me money from all the support I've given you and listening to all the things you've done throughout the years, but
This guy really ruined that culture.
going back to the Smart Water deal, like it was your first. That was your first $100 million deal. Like that was unprecedented at the time. I would love to hear how you use that money, and is that money still money you use today, or is that just like how does that work? Like, cause I've never had 150 million, so I don't know how you stretch that out over 10 years, 20 years, 30 years.
It's still new money, but by the time you like that year, the taxes for it, and then you lifestyle, you start to do things, you add things into lifestyle to kind of eat through that money. And then by then there's new opportunities, new deals. Not it. Really, the lifestyle. Like I got.
But you never were overspending.
Nah. I didn't come out on bulletproof trucks. Early in the beginning.
Yeah, but you didn't have a fleet of Rolls Royces.
Nah.
You bought Tyson's house. That was a big thing at the time.
That was just a house. If you say once you buy it, because I bought it, my wife's one. The upkeep is all you really. Because them places are like $70,000 a month. So I stayed there for 14 years.
Oh, you were there that long? Wow. Yeah. We shouldn't even call it Tyson's house. It's 50.
It's 50.
Yeah.
I think
Mike wasn't there.
He was there longer than him.
Oh no, way longer than Mike.
But Mike is still.
He's Mike.
He's the chef.
Right.
Like you know, there's a difference when you convince everybody there's nobody in the world that can beat you versus you strategically picking a fight to stay afloat. You know what I'm saying?
I respect that.
Mike is a different animal.
Yeah, for sure. So you're saying that expenditures like that aren't as crazy as they appear?
Yeah, no, it's lifestyle. So if you didn't do that, you could have bought a small house, more livable, right? And then because 18 bedrooms, you want to sleep on one bed. Like it's a waste to a degree. But you just don't fly. You only fly private. But you gotta allocate those expenses somewhere. If you don't spend it, they're just gonna take it.
Do you only fly private? Do you only fly private?
A little more now. You see me on jet a lot more.
But someone can catch you in a first class commercial.
Yeah. Okay. If I'm trying to get there, I'm just trying to get there as soon as I can.
But they do that VIP thing, right? Where you like come.
You don't ever see me?
Yeah, you don't see.
I come off the plane.
Yeah, they go to some weird spot that normal people don't see. Like he's not sitting at the
They
gate.
drive the private car down the runway.
Yeah, he doesn't wait. When it says Group 1, he doesn't come out. That's not how it works. He's just on the plane. Like,
and I come off and I'm going before they can run into me.
So, you in Florida good now. You in Florida.
Yeah.
That's whatever. That's stupid shit. But now you also move into what you're doing in Baton,
right?
Which I think is tremendous, remarkable. Like I wish more people would do that. Where you've gone to an area, you brought jobs, you bought real estate, you're invested in a community that talk about the foresight to do that and why you did it.
Initially I just was going to the studio, so the tax incentive around it was already set up. It was already blossoming. The political side of things came back. Avi Lerner, Millennium Studios was the studio. Avi, I just shot the Expendables with him and Gary, right? So I was able to talk to the previous
owner of the studio. I said, what's wrong with it? And he's like, nothing. Taxes are low. So it's a different thing. I took a 99-year lease on the property. And then the stage works along. And then to revitalize the downtown area, because it's the perfect place to shoot because it was completely empty. I'm gonna look like the vampire people.
Was that show Dead?
Walking
Dead.
So it looked the whole place looked the same. At that point, it was nice places, but it was
like frozen in time
empty.
almost.
Yeah. Wow. And then I'm like, yo, I gotta do something now because they had heard big promises before and people did deliver. So I'm like, I'm gonna do the harmony thing, and they was like, oh, this is great. So